Michigan Farm Bureau's highest honor, the Distinguished Service to Agriculture Award, was given posthumously to Hillsdale County's Keith Brown, who passed away in April of 2009. As a farmer, trusted public servant, and respected industry advocate, Keith Brown understood agriculture because he lived it. From raising a variety of livestock to working for members of Congress, he made agriculture a priority.
If one was to sum up what Keith did, he was a true public servant, whether he was working at the local level, state level, or national level. Keith had been a member of the Hillsdale County Farm Bureau since 1960. He served as a member and president of the Hillsdale County Fair Board, the Michigan Dairy Memorial Scholarship Foundation, the Michigan Centennial Farm Association, and spent time on the Michigan Farm Bureau Policy Development Committee. You know, it's a real honor to present you with your father's Distinguished Service to Agriculture Award. This is recognizing Keith L. Brown for his many outstanding contributions to Michigan agriculture. December 3rd, 2009, Grand Rapids, Michigan. We would all agree that Michigan agriculture and the residents of Michigan are much better off for Keith Brown having been part of our lives.
Thank you very much.
Young Farmer Awards were handed out in 5 areas of competition. The first went to Melanie Block of Conklin in Muskegon County as the winner of the Young Farmer Discussion Meet. She competed against 34 others in 4 rounds to win the title. Steve Tennis of Charlotte in Eaton County was the winner of the Outstanding Young Ag Leader Award. Mark Daniels of Breckenridge in Gratiot County was named winner of the Outstanding Young Farm Employee Award. Betty Jo Nash of Mason in Ingham County was the winner of the Excellence in Agriculture Award. And Luke and Victoria Mearman of Coopersville in Ottawa County were the winners of the Young Farmer Achievement Award. Michigan Farm Bureau President Wayne Wood gave his 9th address to the guests at the annual luncheon, stressing that the organization needs to send a clear message to those in state government that business as usual is no longer acceptable in these volatile economic times.
As we go forward with a new leadership team, including the governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, secretary of state, speaker, Senate majority leader, the role of this organization in educating those folks on the issues of agriculture falls to each one of us. Folks, I'm going to say to you, if we haven't had enough of this atmosphere that we're operating in, irregardless of the party, to want to get involved to make a change, what does it take? We've got to make our electeds understand that they're not elected by their party, they're elected by the voters. And when we go downtown, they need to be responsive to the voters, not to the party.
The week wrapped up with the business portion of the annual meeting, with delegates from 67 county farm bureaus across Michigan approving 147 resolutions, consolidated from nearly 900 first approved on the county level. On the agenda was the streamlining of state government. The policy calls for better policing of programs such as Medicaid, along with recommending a lifetime ban from all assistance programs for any person convicted of any form of welfare fraud. It recommends the state review and change sentencing guidelines for nonviolent offenders in order to reduce prison populations. And the policy calls for longer terms for lawmakers, citing that constant turnover erodes the knowledge base of both the legislature and their staff, including historical support for agriculture. And again, the issue of climate change spurred some spirited discussion among the delegates who adopted a revised policy, recognizing that currently there is conflicting scientific evidence about global climate change.
I would like to emphasize that we have basically the same thing as you would in a court of law. If you were to come to a court of law and you were to present evidence and it was found that it was not procured, that evidence was not procured with the proper warrants, then it would be completely, anything that came from that would be completely pitched out of the court system. That is what they call in terms the fruit of the poison tree. That's what we have with this. And in fact, just this week, it's been noted that NASA's been part of this. So that's why I would say that this data is discredited entirely. And for us even to consider any kind of carbon trading, any kind of intrusion into our everyday commerce is absolutely false, and they have to be back at the drawing board to do this again.
Delegates amended policy to say that Michigan Farm Bureau does not endorse any views on climate change, but recognizes a voluntary, market-based carbon credit trading system exists.
With the awards handed out to the members for their outstanding efforts during 2009 and policy directions set by the delegates, Michigan Farm Bureau heads into 2010 with a fully plated agenda. We look forward to having you help us carry out that policy at the legislative seminars in both Lansing and Washington, D.C. Until next time, stay up to date with Michigan Farm Bureau at mishfb.com. And on behalf of all of us at the Farm Bureau, I'm Ernie Birchmeyer. Thanks for joining us.